What is happening today, guys? So today I'm headed over to my buddy's house. We are going to install the parts that you saw yesterday. There's the cover on the Mustang. It looks really good, and it's fitted really well. I don't know how rain resistant it is, but I guess we'll find out next time it rains. So I need to go get changed. Gonna grab some dinner, and then we are going to install some parts on this Mustang and start the build. So we are on our way to my buddy Nick's house to install the parts. If there's anyone that I could say has a car that I really want to beat, it's Nick's. You're gonna see what he has here in just a little bit. We're gonna reveal that. But I can say that he's already put a lot of work into his car, and he's way ahead of me. But that still doesn't mean that I don't want to one day beat him. It just means that I've got to play catch up, and I've got a long way to go. And I'm not talking like pity, he just lets me win sometime. I want to legitimately beat his car, and it's just going to take some time. He was actually the 3rd subscriber on my channel, which is super cool to me. This is day 1 of the Mustang build. First mod that we're going to do, and we're going to show you guys that in just a little bit here. Of course, the real question is Chick-fil-A or Sheetz. I really like Sheetz, but I really like Chick-fil-A. We're going to have to choose. In the end, the decision was easy. Chick-fil-A. So the first mod we are going to do to the Mustang is a cold air intake. The intake I've selected is the Corsa Performance cold air intake system. The reason I liked this one a little bit better was because it's closer to a true cold air intake. It's an isolated box. So instead of having the open top that would allow all the hot air from the engine to go in as well, it takes it more straight from the front of the car. And I liked that a little bit better. Also, this one doesn't require me to go and get a tune immediately, which makes it a bit of a better option if you're not looking to tune your car all of the time. And as far as that car I told you I really want to beat, well, that is a ZL1 Camaro. What year is this one?
2013.
2013. All right. So this is my buddy Nick.
Hey guys.
Hey. Nick has gotten me into the car game. He gave me the car fever, especially with the car he had before this one, which was an SS Camaro, special edition one. And what are the stats on this one, Nick?
This one has it's putting out 590 horsepower to the rear wheel, 603 foot-pounds of torque. It is a 6-speed manual car, just over 7,000 miles on it. And it's had some work done at RPM Motorsports. It's got long tube headers, Cooks 2-inch primaries into a 3-inch collector, Green X cats going through a stock back end exhaust. It's got a 2.55 upper pulley, 85-pound injectors, 160-degree thermostat, and just some other cold air intake. Plugs, wires, just some of that kind of additional stuff. So right now, we just pretty much picked up the low-hanging fruit that GM left for us guys, and we'll see what's gonna happen next, maybe this winter, before next spring. But at the moment, 590 and 603.
So basically what you're saying is I've got a very long way to go till I catch up to you.
Yeah, if you're gonna want to. If you want to compete with 590 at the rear, we're going to have to go a little ways here. So, but step 1.
Step 1, cold air intake. And I'm going to do a time lapse as you can see us put this in. So we finally have the intake all in, and it looks way better than the old one. We're going to take it for a little bit of a drive here and see what kind of difference it makes. All that crap is going to be way better. How'd you like it now that you're driving it?
I like it. Very different than than a Camaro. It definitely accelerates like a cam car. So it smooth, nice power delivery, and I definitely like the air intake. You can definitely hear it up there now. So I think success.
Yeah. Yep. And this is obviously just step one.
Yeah. Oh yes.
Next thing I think we're probably going to look at is an exhaust for it. Which you had sent me that one when I bought the car, and I haven't looked at it again since.
Well, what's always funny is you buy the car and you say, no, I'm not going to mod it, I'm not going to mod it. Then you go hang out with guys like Guitarmageddon ZL1 and it's just a 6, and you come back and you, what was it, 3 or 4 days before you bought your first mod?
Yeah. Yeah. It was like 3 days, you know, and Gavin especially, he's like, oh, well, your buddy's got a Camaro. I was like, yeah. He's like, oh, you should be able to beat him easily. Just do these couple things. And then he's like, and it's not that expensive. And I was like, well, I don't have a supercharger. I was like, well, that's only like $6,000.
Oh, only?
Like, only
right.
$6,000. Like, I can just produce that out of thin air.
Well, you know, 50,000 YouTube subscribers away from our a free supercharger.
Hey, there we go.
Yeah.
You know, working on it one by one. Maybe when we get home, we'll find out we have 5.
There you go.
Then we're only, 49,995 away.
Exactly.
We are definitely going to have to get out and do a roll race at some point. I know you'll probably spank me right now, but yeah, I still think it'd be fun.
Gotta start somewhere. This is, your G35 would feel quick off the line because it was geared that way.
Mm-hmm.
And it had some decent power.
Yeah.
But there's no competition when you put it up against something like this that just builds power through the whole band and does not give up.
Mm-hmm. But you drove the G35 back from the dealership when we bought this, and how did you like driving that?
I did like driving it. It had nice tight steering. It rode well on the highway. I got into it just a little bit. It was raining, so I wasn't going to hot dog it too much. But the power delivery of that and the power delivery of this is just completely different. That car would, as soon as the gears give up, you would feel that the car just didn't have the power to accelerate.
Mm-hmm.
Whereas this is a completely different league.
Yeah. Better not let your daughter see that bunny.
Yeah.
What happened to it?
But I got to figure out how to find third, so I feel a little bit better knowing that it's just a 6, missed it twice because I missed it twice, so we're even now.
Yeah. And he actually had a Camaro first before he had a Mustang.
Oh,
It was a red one, actually. Not the same red as yours, but it was, he had done a bunch of work to that, so he was also a Camaro guy at one point.
Very nice, Nate.
Yep.
I like it.
Alright guys, so we are headed back home now. The cold air intake feels a lot better. Based on conservative estimates, it should add about 15, maybe 20 horsepower to it. So at the crank, we're at 450 now, or 455, depending on how much it actually helped. So we're getting there. We're starting off slow. This is going to be day 1 of the build. Thank you a lot, person. for cutting me off. Don't you just love when people do that? You have the right of way, but they're going to take it anyway. If you guys liked this video, please make sure to drop a like on it. If you guys want to see more car modding in the future, comment on what you'd like to see in the future. We can see if we can make it happen. And make sure to subscribe so you can see